Fabulous scholars, when we last left off with the play, Shakespeare's The Comedy of Errors, Adriana and Luciana were having a little bit of a fight. Adriana was complaining because her husband, Antipholus, the Antipholus we have not met yet, is spending all his time with his friends. He doesn't come home to have dinner with her or lunch with her, and she's really upset about it. And her sister is trying to help, but is actually making things worse. And so we left off, and Adriana had just finished this whole rant about how awful her husband is and how everything that's wrong with her is his fault. She's upset. And then Luciana's like, oh, you're jealous. Stop being jealous. Just tell the jealousy to go away. It didn't work. So Adriana replies, unfeeling fools can such wrongs dispense. People who don't care can do that. I know his eye doth homage elderwhere, or else what lets it but he would be here. I know he likes other people better than he likes me, otherwise he would be here having lunch with us. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that alone a love he would detain, so would he keep fair quarter with his bed. Sister, you know he promised to give me a necklace. He didn't give me a necklace. I wonder if he gave it to somebody else. I see the jewel best enameled will lose his beauty, yet the gold bides still that others touch, and often touching will wear gold, and no man that hath it name by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. So even beautiful jewelry doesn't stay pretty anymore if you just don't give it any attention and let it just sit there in the drawer. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away, and weeping die. And since I can't stay beautiful anymore because he doesn't want anything to do with me, I'm just gonna cry, and I'm gonna cry until I die. She's a little dramatic. And she exits. And Luciana just shakes her head and says, how many fond fools serve mad jealousy? Wow, she is really letting jealousy get the best of her. Crazy sisters. And she exits too. And then the lights go down, and there's a scenery change, and it goes back to just the regular city. Make some trees. There. Use your imagination. And Antipholus comes back in. This is the Antipholus from Syracusa that can't tell anybody he's from Syracusa. And he comes in and he is just shaking his head. And he says, the gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe at the Centaur. The gold I gave to Dromio is exactly where it should be, safe at the Centaur, safe at our hotel. And the heedful servant is wandered forth in care to seek me out. And my faithful servant, my good friend Dromio, has left to go and find me, just like he was supposed to do. By computation and mine host's report, I could not speak with Dromio since at first I sent him from the mart. But if you figure out all the time it took to actually walk to the hotel and walk back to here when he was talking with me and pretending he didn't know anything about the gold, well, there wasn't enough time to do that. I wonder what happened. See, here he comes. And Dromio enters. This is the Dromio from Syracusa. This is the one that was given the gold to put safe at the hotel. This is not the one that was telling him it's time to come home for lunch. So different Dromio. So he walks in. He's like, oh, I've done my job. Antipholus. And Antipholus just turns to him and starts yelling at him right away. How now, sir? Is your merry humor altered? Oh, you're back, are you? Are you done with your jokes? As you love strokes, so jest with me again. If you want to be hit again, tell me those jokes some more. You know no centaur. You received no gold. Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner. My house at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad that thus so madly didst thou answer me? You're going to tell me those jokes again about you don't know a hotel called the Centaur. You've never been given any gold. My wife wants me to come home to lunch at a place called the Phoenix. Are you crazy that you were just telling me all those crazy jokes? This Dromio knows nothing about that. And so he kind of reacts like you and I might react if our friend just came up to us and started yelling at us about something we'd never done. And so Dromio takes a couple steps back and he says, "What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?" "What are you talking about? When did I do those things?" "Even now, even here, not half an hour since." "Oh, you did them like right here about half an hour ago." "I did not see you since you sent me hence, home to the centaur with the gold you gave me." I haven't seen you since you gave me that bag of gold and told me to take it to the centaur, our hotel." "Villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt, and toldst me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou feltst I was displeased." "You're lying. You said you'd never gotten any gold, you'd never heard of the centaur, and then you started telling me all about my wife and missing lunch, and I hope you learned your lesson that I was not happy with your jokes." Dromio thinks he's joking. He's like, "Oh, I am glad to see you in this merry vein. Oh, I'm glad to see you having so much fun. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me." "I don't get your joke. Can you explain it?" "Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Thinkst thou I jest? Are you making fun of me again? Do you really think I'm telling a joke? Hold, take thou that and that." Whack, whack, and starts hitting him again. "Ah! Hold, sir, for God's sake. Now you're just as in earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me? Stop that! Ouch, your joke is too serious. I don't like it. Why are you hitting me?" "Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fool and chat with you, your sauciness will jest upon my love. Just because we're good friends and sometimes you get really silly and I let that happen, sometimes you take it too far, Dromio, and make a common of my serious hours. So even when I'm not ready for joking, you keep joking. When the sun shines, let foolish gnats make sport, but creep in crannies when he hides his beams. If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanor to my looks, or I will beat this method into your sconce." So even insects know that they can have fun when the sun is shining, but when the sun disappears like behind some clouds, they go away. You need to do the same thing. If you want to know if I'm in a joking mood, you gotta look at my face. And if I am not ready for joking, you better not do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna help you learn that lesson. Help you by hitting you. And Dromio's like, sconce, you call it? So you would leave battering. I had rather have it ahead. So Dromio's about to make a joke. A sconce is sometimes also like a protection. And so he's saying like, oh, you're calling it like a helmet? I would rather it was just a head, so you couldn't beat on me. And you use these blows long? I must get a sconce for my head and ensconce it too, or else I shall seek my wit in my shoulders. Okay, you're calling my head a sconce. And maybe I need a helmet if you're gonna keep hitting me like this, because ow, it hurt. And it won't take too long before you hit my wit, my brains, all the way down to my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten? Okay, but besides all that, sir, why are you hitting me? And Antipholus says, dost thou not know? Do you really not know? I kind of just explained it to you. And Dromio says, nothing, sir, but that I am beaten. No, I only know that you're hitting me. Shall I tell you why? Aye, sir, and the wherefore, for they say every why hath a wherefore. Why, first, for flouting me, and then, wherefore, for urging it the second time for me. Oh, you want to know why you were hit? Well, okay. I hit you the first time because you were joking with me, and I hit you the second time because you kept joking with me. And Dromio, who hasn't been doing any joking, is really confused. He says, was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Ugh, has anybody else been treated like this, when even when you're given an explanation, it makes no sense whatsoever? Well, sir, I thank you. Oh, okay, well, thank you, Antipholus. And Antipholus says, thank me, sir? For what? We'll find out why Dromio is thanking Antipholus next time. Bye, scholars.